Okay, storytelling Ron. Storytelling Ron here. I'm going to talk about plots, unfolding plots, story feed, plot feed, background feed. Into your Storm King's Thunder or any kind of adventure, really, any kind of long campaign that you're running. In case you're wondering, I got this bruise here. I do medieval armored combat. The guy just pegged me in the helmet, and it welted, and then now it's bruising my eye. So in case you're thinking I'm in fights, well, I guess I am, but it's sports. Anyway, okay, so Storm King's Thunder. I just want to get through this quickly, get to it quickly because that's the way I like my YouTube videos. The really important thing when you go into these campaigns, because these books are just so there's so much to read. Is to me the most important thing as you read through it's just is go to the back and get the finale. I mean, I really wish they would at the beginning, and they kind of do. They give you kind of the background and the story and the plot. But I think in some they kind of do a better job of it. But in this one, it's not really there. But I mean, it's sort of there. But they, just get all the plot points just in an outline, really, to get you to realize what needs to happen or what part of the story needs to be revealed at an important point in it. And so I'm going to just go through what I've been doing. And if you've seen we have a live playthrough. Pretty exciting, I think. Pretty fun, and lots of hilarity but severity. Anyway, of story reveal, especially in episodes 20 through 24, kind of 20 22. They're really getting into, because they've done the hill giants, they've done the stone giants, and now they're heading to the frost giants, and they're all like 5th, 6th, 7th level, and a lot of plot stuff's unraveling. And one of the characters is a warlock. And her patron is Slarkrethel. Slarkrethel is in Storm King's Thunder. Slarkrethel, the Deep Kraken, and then Imra, the Ancient Blue Dragon, are kind of in cahoots, creating this chaos amongst the giants, or pushing for the chaos amongst the giants to go up against mankind. And so she's a warlock. So her patron is revealed in episode 20 is Slarkrethel, the Deep One, and so from episodes 20 to like 25 now is this plot points reveal that Slarkrethel is, and they've discovered Imroth is part of is causing this chaos, or causing the giants to start to attack the world of men and elves and dwarves. And King Hecaton is missing, so they're starting to learn all that, and that's the thing. You gotta figure out these plot points and when you're gonna bring them in. And how you're going to bring them in is really important too. So one thing I've done, and this is early on, is I want to make sure you can see it, is I've done a story feed here, with just kind of the basics of some stuff that about King Hecaton and Queen Neri, and I was still kind of working on it. And then also and my stuff is very chaotic, which I am even saying that even I have not done a good job to organize it for myself. And so later on I'm having difficulty with it, and I'm trying to organize it. But I want to keep it, just show you how I'm starting to get it all figured out and organize it. I've been doing this for 35 years, 40 years, since I was like 10. I'm 51 now. So I guess just kind of know what I'm doing, and sadly I'm not organizing it. But if you're a new DM or beginning and you're unsure, really try to organize those plot points that you want to reveal, so you're comfortable with it. And whenever the characters you feel need another plot point, you can grab the next one, or and then give that to them in some fashion, right? And I'm going to show you some of the ways that I've done it. And so look, like other sources was for me was, where are they going to get more plot points from? And I do have more than that. Also, the conches or conchs, whatever. I like conches. I don't know. I just like that word better than conchs. But anyway, the conches, conchs, is another source that they are going to get their information, because I turn them into smartphones, Alexas or Siri type things, then into teleporters in my story, because I made them go through every giant. And so they go get the hill giant conch, they get a stone giant conch, and then they're listening and learning the next level to move along. So that's another source that I use to feed the plot along, push the plot along. And let me get to, and I've already shown all this stuff in other videos. I even, the Grand Dame, I made sure to bring that in early because, you want a full circle type of thing. So they encountered it at Golden Fields. I had brought it down to Golden Fields to get supplies, get the rich crops. And that's obviously towards the end of the story. So you want to do that. You want to know what the beginning or the very ending, even in your own campaigns, very ending importance, and try to bring them in early as little harmless little things. Because when you when they realize that that's like something going on later on, it's like really cool, and it makes you look like you're smart, But anyway, so another plot, how you reveal plot, and this is all low level stuff at the beginning. So I created my own little low level adventures to get them going, and I love just doing my little simple little towns and adventures around the towns and things to do. And how to, and they're struggling with 50 gold and 100 gold and getting potions and little healing salves and ointments and things like that. I love doing that kind of stuff, and I love thinking at that point, what plot point would I want them to know about. And in this one, obviously, a lot of the plot points are each specific giant and what they're doing is a mini plot, right? And that's fun to reveal, because when they were going against the hill giants, they were slowly learning plots through the goblins and through the townspeople and through history and lore, who Gru was, or Gu, her name is Gu. I call her Gru. And one of the characters. He early on in life, he lost his family. He told me that's his backstory, and I'm like, okay, oh, and he's an elf, and he lives in the area. So I was like, okay, a giant woman killed his family. Big, tall, massive woman, hill giant. So that was Gru, and so. So that's, what I mean? So that was his, accomplishment in life is to defeat her. And now, he's going on with the rest of the party to continue fighting the giants. So I'm trying to find... So this is all the adventures they've been building up Golden Fields. At Golden Fields, they got more plot points, but not the main one yet. And I'm trying to get to where we're kind of at, and how the plot points are getting more epic. So at Golden Fields, I made it very druidic and local. Now here is where, and this temple is very important. So this to me, Loudwater was a kind of a mid to high level location. It's where am I doing? I'm trying to get closer. Moved it. No, don't want to move it. I forgot the control for getting closer. I don't remember. Oh, there it is. Okay. So in Loudwater, I figured, and I drew this out. Hope you love it. Anyway, so I figured the warlock. This is the episode 20 where the warlock. Is it episode 20? Whatever, somewhere around there. The warlock, she found out who her patron was, which is Slark Rethel, the Kraken. Well, at the temple, I can't remember the story, but whatever. But the temple is where I realized I can give them a lot more plot points and more epic, the overriding plot points of Slark Rethel, Imrath, and all that. So I took out the Eye of the Allfather. I know it's kind of essential to the giant lore, but I didn't like it, so I just took it out. And I wanted them to really, because I just felt contrived about it. It felt to me anyway. So what I did is I created this temple where they could create their own ritual and do their own divination, because the wizard is a school of divination. So I really wanted to play that too, like her divination school, and make that really part of the adventure. So they were offered that they could do this divination there, and there's in this temple, this room, an ancient golden dragon tooth is what hides them as they get this sort of neutral energy that can give them answers. And they had 5 questions they could ask, and they created this whole thing. And of course they had to give up a lot of gold to do it. And she has a lot of good divination type things, and she has a crystal ball that gives her extra divination and all that. So to me, that's really fun to have them use their characters, and so that was where I revealed some serious plot points for them. The name of Imrath and Slark Rethel, or I don't know exactly what I did. I can't remember. That's how my brain works. But that's one area where I decided I wanted them to get some plot points going. They're moving along. So also the Kraken Society, I'm playing that up here too. The warlock, now she's really tied to this thing, And so there's a small group of Kraken Society cult members there, and she got little information from them about serving Slockrethel and what he's doing, and then more plot points. I came up. So this is some more stuff. I'm trying to give them information, and they really are learning a lot, especially the temple. The cult members had their own conch. It wasn't a conch; it was a clam, really spiky, and they put seawater in it, and then they talked to Imrith because I really wanted them to know. They did a little ritual. Oh, this was at Bryn Shander. So they went to Bryn Shander with the Frost Giants, and where is it? Moving along here. Sorry. Yeah. So this is my Kraken Society group members here. I've created. I gathered up some NPCs. Really got the spells down because I really wanted to know them for casting, and I use my own little shorthand here to whatever this is, abbreviations so that I have them handy. They got I call this Ignis, the cult mystic. He's kind of the Loudwater cult, but in Bryn Shander they have a very powerful cult, and they're trying to take over the town because I wanted to really bring in the whole Kraken Society thing. And they are at Deep Sam Hell, which is a rundown church and this is more information I want to bring out as they're playing. And I think I actually have something else here I got to think about that I wanted to reveal. What was it? It was to the wizard. I think she gets a vision. Wizard divination. I just thought of this, by the way. So I'm typing it right now. Whatever. Wizard divination scene of tentacles. Golden tooth. Now I'll explain that here. Golden tooth. Dragon. Protection. Okay, do they fight cults this evening? Because none of my players better be watching this. Okay. So they're in Bryn Shander, and the cult is telling them that the Frost Giants are going to attack, and they're going to help them. They're going to cause mobs and disrupt the city while the Frost Giants are coming in and getting Artis Cimber or whoever, because they know about Cimber now. So there's that aspect. Oh, another cool thing was when the airship was coming up to Bryn Shander, I had the Silver Dragon land, and it was very fun silliness. But that was another way to plot reveal, so I was able to get them to make a deal. Give them something, so they give her a magic item, and she revealed, ask me any one thing, and they were talking over what they're going to ask, and I was waiting till they said Imroth, and they said Imroth because they knew the name, but they didn't know who or what, and then of course the Silver Dragon heard it go, oh, Imroth, and then told them she's an ancient blue dragon. They're like, what? I get a little too excited here. So that was a cool reveal. And she's got her magic item for revealing that, and then took off. And then she told him was secret. Oh, she told him, no, wait. That was for a one payment or something. And then she said, I will give you another for a real payment. So they gave him a magic item. They had to come together and give up a magic item. The one they kind of didn't really use, and they had. They gave him they gave her a scabbard. But I'm like, that's not enough. And then they gave him a +1 magic sword that fit in the scabbard. I'm like, okay, she'll take that. It's revealed that Imroth can turn into a storm giant. See, so that's so that kind of thing. I hope you understand me. I'm talking really fast. Okay. But another thing is, and I've mentioned this in other videos, I'll just quickly, the Warlock has because she's a servant of Slockrethel. Slockrethel has how in the Grand Dame, Lord Dryland dies, he, once he reveals the truth, and Slockrethel kills him. So I've done that. I love that idea. So what I did is I made it into a tentacle type, I can see a vein formed is now controlled by Slockrethel. And whenever he desires it, it just crushes the heart, And so he has that on everyone that serves him. So she has it, the Warlock. So that's her curse right now. And he has given her a vision to kill all her friends and join the Kraken Society to help, And Slockrethel, I've made it so that he doesn't care who his minions are. He just gives out this general, information to all. He doesn't care who she is specifically. He's just telling all of them to do this, kill their family, and join the Kraken Society. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So she has that sort of vision. So he doesn't he's not specifically saying to her. It's more like this. Anyway. But there's a way to protect her, and they've almost got they actually got the info, but they didn't put it together 2 and 2 when they asked the divination thing when they in the temple when they did that. He actually asked, how can I escape Slugrethal's grasp or whatever. And I said it, but they didn't really put 2 and 2 together, or whatever. Maybe I didn't say it good enough, well enough, whatever. But if they put something ancient next to the heart, like a dragon scale or a tooth, which I have here, this golden tooth thing. The golden tooth of the tooth of a golden dragon was in that room that protected it from scrying. Protected. That was my clue. Protected it so that other powers could not come in and look at what they're doing. If you put like an ancient dragon or something ancient in your area, it'll actually sort of mystify the area. This is kind of the way I look at it. It's just my own little idea. And then so they have actually a dragon scale from Clouthen, who they were dealing with, and who brought him up to the Frost Giants. They haven't put it together yet. That they know there's the ancient golden tooth protected him, and yet they have an ancient red scale. So I don't know when they're gonna like put those two together. So I've got to give them a little more nudge with that one, and that's what this is about. This vision that I'm going to give her at some point. See, so there's something that's a plot point, and it's on my list to get her to her at some point in the story as soon as possible, because he's got to kill them before the next full moon. So that's the thing. You create these little lists and plot points, and you keep them handy as you're playing, so that you can, once you reveal one, you can cross that one out or whatever, however you want to do it. And that's kind of how that's what this is right here. This is the name of the young dragon that went to the airship and revealed, Imroth, and Imroth is the ancient blue dragon. I claim she's a survivor of the Tiamat thing, which maybe she is. I don't know. I'm not totally familiar with the Tiamat campaign. I played a little bit of it, but we didn't finish it. I'm just gonna say, she's angry. She hates the giants. She wants to obviously do all this. She hates the Lord's Alliance. See, so she's using the giants to destroy the Lord's Alliance as well. That's another part of the plot point. So all these plot points are coming together, and the wizard, she's part of this Lord's Alliance, so she's learning stuff. And in Bryn Shander, that I created my own little locations, but in Bryn Shander, I created a Lord's Alliance where she could learn a bit more. He was a goofy old guy, but he could tell her a bit more about what's going on. I'm kind of blabbering, but I'm just telling you, it's really a lot of fun to have all these different plot points going in, at different times, and just really, and then they're starting to come together, So definitely, not that I even did it myself, but you definitely have your as many of them as you can out. And I didn't know exactly what direction the characters were going to go, because some of the people came in later, but I had to and I do appreciate the world that's presented. Obviously, I take it and change it to what I need it to be for DMing. But the world that's presented, the Lord's Alliance, the Kraken Society, all that. I totally appreciate all that stuff. Love that they fill it with a ton of stuff, and then you can pick and choose what you want to do in the campaigns. I actually do homebrew, but I'm doing this for I homebrew and I play homebrew generally with my family, and because it's just a lot. Whatever. I just enjoy that, but. Doing this YouTube channel, I wanted to be more kind of, what will connect with other D&D people in the sense of using the campaigns and then just showing how I would do it. And so there's a connection. So that's why I'm kind of doing Storm King's Thunder as a connection to the YouTube and other people. And then just helping out in my way, how I know how to do things. Because I really enjoy watching other people's take on the campaigns and then playing them out. And then, because I know what they're talking about kind of thing, the world. So I think that's it for now, because they're at this point now where they're here and they're waiting. They're dealing with the Kraken Society. They're dealing with the storm. The Frost Giants are coming to siege the next day, the next campaign or next adventure or episode. And I wanted to this is really about plot points, how to feed plot points. Shoot, I should have had that AC running as opposed to off and on like it's doing. But oh well. So that's it for this video. It's kind of, I guess, a shorter video than 20 minutes. Okay, so but that's it. I just plot points, how you feed them, and I hope this is helpful. I like doing it, and blah blah blah. Okay, that's it.